microphone.
Racism, by far, because racism gets people killed, not single.
I mean, bro, this guy is lost. I mean, bro, you done lost the plot, dog. You done lost the plot. Man, you damn near shamed your ancestors on that note. It's the fatherless households, bro. The fatherless households. That's what's really fucking us up. It's not racism. No, that's that victim mentality bullshit that we're talking about. You want to blame stuff on racism. I'm like, bro, let's start with the fact that 75 to 80% of our children do not grow with a father in the house. And then those fatherless children get pipelined right into the prison system. More likely to do crime, less likely to succeed in life. Like, racism? Low, bro, let's start with fathers in the home, and then maybe we could focus on racism. Actually, I'm pretty sure we put fathers in the home, the whole racism argument disappears. Actually, I'm 100% sure.
Single fatherhood.
Well, no, a single motherhood. Let me be more specific. So single moms or fathers leaving the home, you think is a bigger problem than racism?
No, sir. You're gonna have. I'm gonna repeat that one again for you. I think racism is a bigger problem than fathers being outside of the home. However, I do see fathers not being in the home is a problem.
Let's make sure.
Racism is not the Black community's biggest problem. It is fatherless households. I'm going to tell you that right now, bro. I mean, what's the main reason why we're in jail? What's the background of these kids? Fatherless households. I mean, background of most of our Black women who are now stripping and doing OnlyFans, fatherless households. I mean, come on now. Most of the Black women who are out here getting these abortions, fatherless households. So mainly most of our problems stem from a man not being in the house to raise his kids. I don't see where racism plays anything in that. It kind of seems like it's our own self-destructive fault. And instead of just looking in on it, we kind of want to blame something outside of it. I mean, instead of fixing what's inside, we try to look outside, look for something outside that we can never fix, like racism.
For defining our terms, how would you define racism then?
Racism is a system of oppression used by a certain group using prejudice, institutional power, and it's situated by the media, government, and all these other institutions.
Give me an example of one thing you as a Black man cannot do that I as a white man can do in America.
Got you. Okay, so about 2 weeks ago, right? I went to a DeSantis rally. Got my ticket, all that good bullshit. Been to a million different, rallies of a kind, whether, I was a conservative at the time or whether I was a liberal, right? I know that as a Black person, I am far more likely to be arrested for expressing my view, whether I'm a conservative or a liberal. And I've done it on both sides. And, oh, yes, I was arrested.
You were probably being a jerk.
Yeah, on God, you're probably being a dick.
And that's the best part, right?
I mean, nah, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you, you're probably being a dick because, like, the way your attitude is now, it seems like you are a bit of a condescending asshole. So, trust me, dog. I think it was more of your character. You got a character problem, not a skin problem. It wasn't about you being Black. It was about you having terrible character, to be quite honest with you. And that's a problem with Black people too. I'm be honest with you. That is a problem with my kind. I mean, some of y'all just got terrible character. Like, your character is trash. Like, you're a terrible person to be around, bro, sis. Like, your character is trash, and then you want to blame it. Oh, they're just racist. No, you're a terrible person.
Best part, I wasn't even being a jerk. And the courts even found our beloved courts.
Let me make sure I understand this. So you think the bigger problem...
Shout out to my man, Maine Arbor. What a book suggestion. He says, good book. Looking out, looking in. Might have to look that one up.
Problem than fathers not being in the home is a abstract conspiracy theory that you have that hecklers and jerks at political events are arrested because of the color of their skin. That's the best definition of institutional racism.
No, that's not my definition on racism. I did tell you what my definition
of something a white man like me can do that a Black man like you can't do. Because guess what? If I showed up at a DeSantis event and started heckling, I'd be kicked out and arrested.
No, you would not. No, in fact, I even have evidence.
You know how I know that's true?
You want to know? Do you want to know how I know it's
white
true?
Suburban kids from Highland Park, and they're arrested a lot more. Actually, when you see the mugshots, yeah.
Oh, so white kids are arrested a lot more. Could that possibly be? Could that possibly be?
Can you talk into the mic?
I mean, and shoot, according to this, Black Harvard professor Roland Fryer, this man pretty much stated that Black people are less likely to get shot in police shootings than white people. Actually, white people get shot more in police shootings than Black people. Surprise, surprise.
And and I'm just guessing here, could it possibly be that white people are arrested more because you have a higher population and therefore by proximity, you are more like, because it's math, it's basic math. I know we hate math. I know we hate it, but I passed it,
Okay.
unlike y'all.
Wow. See?
How does
That's what I'm saying, bro. You're a dick. Like, you're a condescending asshole. Oh, math. Yeah, we all passed math. Okay, well, I did. Y'all didn't. Like, you're a dick. Okay, bro. Like, you're a jerk. Like, I don't really, like, let's be real. You're not the type of guy even I wouldn't have a conversation with. I don't, you know what? I'm pretty sure that even guys with the more sensible libs would want to have a conversation with your condescending ass. So, yeah, when you come up with a condescending attitude that's a bit disrespectful, yeah, people are not going to want you around. So, yeah, it has nothing to do with your skin color, bro. It's your character.
racism contribute to black on black crime in Chicago? How is white people to blame for that?
Oh, actually, matter of fact, that's actually a whole other issue. So let's talk about, so you want to talk about intracommunal violence as it pertains to
so what does the white man have to do with that?
Oh, and that's a great thing. I love the red herring that you threw in there.
No,
yes, because,
it's
hey, intracommunal violence is proximal, right? So when we have segregation and we got races sitting in one area and you got another race in another area. Now, we never ask white people, why is white?
And shout out, spread the word. He says justice doesn't differentiate. Justice doesn't differentiate between skin color. And ain't that the truth? And amen. Come on, man, say he's spreading the word.
White on white crime so high with white people and never, but instead we focus on black people.
Yeah, so out of the 530 murders in Chicago of the last year, how many were black on black crime?
Hey, I wasn't looking. But you know what?
Well over 420 of them were black on black related crimes.
Sure.
How is that?
I mean, bro, why? Okay, hold on. This is why you really can't call him a racist. Why was he more concerned about the black crime statistics, about the suffering of black people in these high crime areas than you were? You're a black man, bro. Like, why does Charlie Kirk know this and you don't? If he's such a racist, and here's the thing, like, I don't know how y'all calling him a racist for bringing up black statistics that the black leaders are ignoring. Like, our black mayors are ignoring it. Our black governors ignore it. I mean, our black leaders ignore this shit. Why is a white man bringing this up? Why I got to hear a white man say, why can't I hear the black leader say this shit? That's real disappointing. How is he the racist? I mean, if anything, we got some race betrayers on our side.
Racism to blame for that.
Let's talk. So now are we going to talk about over policing?
I'm sorry, sir. You're kind of demonstrating you can't answer.
Would you like to talk about? I mean, we can talk about it. We can. Okay. Are you ready to address it though?
Well,
are you ready to address it?
Yeah.
Because we can talk about black on black crime, but we need to talk about it as it pertains. We need to. Okay, let's talk about it, sis. I'm ready to talk about it.
All right, hold on. So let me just
I'm
narrow this down. So let me just say this, okay?
All right.
So if you were to rank the 100 biggest problems in America,
yeah,
the fact that I know we're not a racist country is the best example you have.
Okay, so you know we're
story
not a
of you
racist
getting
country
kicked out of a DeSantis rally. If we were a racist country, you'd say, Charlie, I can't go in a convenience store. Charlie, I can't go into school. No, we actually live in such a amazingly decent country that whoa. Let's not do that, okay?
All I did was
all right.
All I did was speak.
You're trying to pull out.
Mostly peaceful, everybody. Mostly peaceful, okay?
I didn't lay hands on you. I
right.
I got witnesses. I did not touch you. No.
All right.
I touched the mic.
We're gonna wrap this one up, but let me just say this.
We got racism in we got racism all over the U.S. We just had a race riot 3 years ago.
So let's
in
talk
2020.
Wait, hold on.
So, oh my God! And then we had all 50 states plus 18 countries. But don't worry, Alex.
Wait, so by race riots you mean mass looting of big screen TVs? Let me tell you, it is not an argument in your favor that we're a racist country because blacks decide to start burning down Wendy's and stealing stuff. That's called criminality.
It is because
and the
you're not even looking as to why it happened. You're not.
I mean, yeah, let's be real though. When the George Floyd riot kicked off, I mean, for some reason, I mean, the criminals in the hood, I thought it was a green light for them to start committing crime, and they got behind the protesters and they start looting and they start like. I'm be real with you, vandalizing all types of things. Actually, I mean, they made January 6th look really small in comparison. I'm gonna be honest with you, in terms of police being hurt, people being killed, property being damaged, all that good stuff. I mean, you outclassed January 6th in every metric.
Even looking at what happened, and that's cool. That's cool. You know, we can definitely play obtuse on the whole issue. Yeah, black people were burning it down. Why? Racism. Racism was a big issue, and we can pretend that it's not a big issue. But hey, if you don't want to, then that's just called being obtuse. And that's why I asked you. And that's why I asked you. Why did you?
No, it's not being obtuse. It's just, stop complaining about something that's not going to help us. What is us hinging on racism going to do? Does that bring fathers back into the home, dog? Does that stabilize our community? Does that bring more wealth, jobs, education? What is come on now? What does it do? Tell me. I want to know. I want to know what highlighting racism really does for us. Oh, not a goddamn thing. Yeah. But bringing fathers back do? Shoot, it ups the child's chances of being more successful in life, less likely to go to jail, which could lead to more economic can't talk to that. But could lead to better economic outcomes in the black community, less crime. Shoot, honestly, it seems like worrying about fatherless homes is more important than racism. Am I wrong? It seems like having more fathers in the home is the prosperity that can bring us that prosperity we need in the black community. Am I wrong? But I don't know. For some reason, some people who share my skin tone is thinking more about racism.
Have such a big problem with talking about racism. You want to claim that it's not there, and you can say all you want, but that still doesn't prove that still does not.
If you want to talk about racism that could be proven, let me give you some examples of racism that could be proven. How about affirmative action at this college that discriminates against Asian students and white students? How about affirmative action hiring practices?
Shout out to my man Jed. It's time to point out when words become like WMDs. Man.
Federal government. We are such a decent, non-racist country. The best example that he has is to show that he was mistreated, and if he acted like
that's hilarious. And words could become like weapons of mass destruction. Literally, you just walk into a leftist liberal convention and say trans is a mental disorder, and bro, everybody's gonna start throwing their chairs, bro. Bombs are gonna set off in the background, man, and the gorillas gonna come out the basement, just all types of mayhem.
This is the DeSantis event. I can see why he was kicked out of the DeSantis event.
What do you think about separation of church and state?
Doesn't exist. Well, shouldn't exist. Yeah.
Shouldn't exist?
Yeah.
So you should have church in the state.
Well, first, where in the Constitution does it say that? We can't have
First Amendment.
Where?
It's about the religion, right? So there's no establishment of religion. There's no establishment.
It doesn't say that.
Yes, it does.
It says Congress shall make no law establishing religion or prohibiting the exercise thereof. Where does it say church and state?
Religion.
Well, hold on. It says that Congress shall make no official religion or prohibiting the exercise thereof. Where does it say that the church can't get involved in the state?
It could be involved, but it can't be the religion established.
Hold on. We're talking about two different things then, right?
No, see, because what you're saying is that, you can be a Christian and be in the government. And that's true. That's how it works right now. You can be a Christian and be in the government, right? But you cannot establish Christianity as the basis of...
Well, no, that's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing that Christians should be in the government and the church should be actively involved. Where do we get that phrase, separation of church and state, from?
The First Amendment.
No, we don't. No, it's Thomas Jefferson writing to the Danbury Baptist.
We're a majority Christian nation, but, we're just not established as a Christian nation.
Baptist Convention in Massachusetts, assuring them that the church would not come after the state. So let me ask you a question. Let's pretend that church and state is the law of the land, right? That the Warren Court and the Burger Court argued in the 1950s and 1960s. Then why on earth did we put up with the government going around?
Now that actually makes sense, because in recent history, honestly, even in the medieval days, the church could go against the state. There are revolutions in history that the church kind of conspired on. And I think that's kind of what the forefathers were speaking on, is we've seen throughout history where we can't let the church get too involved with the state, because the church has been known to lead a rebellion against the state. And so as a state against the church, already back in the day, monarchy against the church.
And shutting down churches during the pandemic. I thought we need separation of church and state. Why is it that the government can go and shut down churches?
Okay, so
aren't they supposed to be separate?
I actually played for a church. I played drum set, right? So I would go to church, and they're not shutting down churches because of COVID. They're saying that it's unsafe to be in public.
But they shouldn't have the right to do it, because I thought they're supposed to be separate, right?
For general safety. If you want people dying, then.
Oh, so you could shut them down for safety. So it's not separate. It's we can come in for whatever reason we deem necessary to restrict your religion?
It's not restricting. You can practice from on camera. We played like through live streaming, like online.
Yeah.
This
So
is being live
watching
streamed
church
right
on a
now,
live
right?
stream is like watching a fireplace on TV. You could see everything with no warmth.
Okay, but if God is real all the time and you can't go to church because of a disease going around,
What does it say in the Bible about do not forsake the gathering of believers, where 2 or more are gathered in my name?
Okay, so what does it say about conception? When
What?
does it begin?
Huh?
Conception, or when does life begin?
At conception, of course. Yeah.
I thought it said at first breath.
No, it actually doesn't say that. So
What's the verse?
Well, hold on. First of all, it says, I knew you before you were in the womb.
Yeah.
And what you are doing is paraphrasing what you consider to be ex nihilo, out of nothing, made in the image of God. The breath of God was actually where life begins. So the question would be, was John the Baptist a baby when he leapt in Elizabeth's womb?
Was he?
Are you a Christian?
Me?
Yeah.
Am I?
Oh,
You play
come on,
drums at
bro.
a church, so I hope you're a Christian.
But you're missing the point. It sounds like.
No, I'm actually not
I
missing
mean,
the
I
point.
asked you the verse that says that it begins at conception.
Right. So I knew you before you were in the womb is one of many verses of which it reinforces that you should protect life in the womb.
But what you're doing is interpreting, right? So I want you to tell me where it says
I'm reading.
life begins at. How are you reading? There's no book.
There's no book. I've memorized scripture. You should try it.
So you're reading it in your brain right now?
Well, no. In
It's
Jeremiah it says very
memorization.
clearly, "I knew you before you were in the womb."
Yeah. So when it says in the Bible that conception begins at first breath,
No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't.
then what does it say?
You're misquoting it very clearly. Psalm 139, 13 through 16. For you formed my inward parts, it says. You wove me in my mother's womb, it says. I will give thanks to you, for I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. Fearfully, wonderfully made, and my inward works. That sounds like a baby in the womb, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, a fetus in the womb.
A fetus in the womb?
Yeah.
What species is that fetus?
A fetus? Species.
Come on, say it with
What
us.
species is that fetus?
It's a
Human?
So it would be a human life?
It would be eventually.
Oh, but when does it become a human life then?
When it's born, when it breathes.
Oh, really? So that a
Oh,
26
it's crazy how you gotta it's like pulling teeth. It's like you didn't gotta pull teeth, like pull the truth. Pulling the truth out of the liberals, literally like pulling teeth. All right, guys, let's get right back into the debunking. Let's debunk some of the lies about Charlie Kirk, and let's get into the one on racism.
people are here in the wealthiest country ever, at an amazing university with all the opportunity imaginable in front of you. And all you want to do is look backwards at everything that prevented you when you are a glaring example
Which
that
is
there
crazy.
no systemic racism and you can actually achieve your wildest dreams.
Yeah, and I do be looking at these guys like you're going to a very accredited college. I mean, some of y'all are there on scholarships, and so where's this racism? What held you back? Because if racism was alive and well, bro, you would not be here. I wouldn't be here. So, well, what are you talking about? I mean, isn't the white man supposed to hold us back at every turn? I mean, bro, I went to a mostly white college. I wasn't held back in any way. And if I was, I mean, it was due to my own, actions. Because my first semester, I was doing a whole lot of partying. But don't worry, I fixed up. I graduated, thank God.
Hey, I'm not the only black person who
That's
exists.
shape up
There's
there.
so many people who this culture is affecting to this day.
Do you know black Americans are the richest black people on earth?
What statistic
Africa.
is that? Okay, I need you to pull that up right
Fine,
now.
you can. Black Americans
No,
per
you
capita
pull
on
that up?
average.
Can you pull that up?
I mean, I'm hosting an event right now. I don't know what to tell you, but
Well, I'm participating.
anyone can fact check me on this. So you cannot find a black majority country or any country where black people have significant representation where they are as wealthy, because even the poorest people in America are in the top 5%, the top 2% of wealth around the world.
Yeah.
And so my whole
I mean, we are the wealthiest group of blacks in the world. Let's be honest.
belief is stop acting like you're a victim and start making better choices.
That's not racism. I am my ancestors' dream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the deep South, Tennessee. I don't know, 40, 60 feet. Probably above tons of my ancestors that were slaves hundreds of years ago. Living their dream right now. I am my grandfather's dream, who could not speak openly like this. who actually dealt with the Jim Crow laws, who actually dealt with the real racism.
Yeah, and they weren't bitching as hard as these guys are. That's the problem. I mean, that's what makes it disrespectful. It's like, our grandfathers and great grandfathers who dealt with this stuff weren't complaining. They was getting to it. If anything, they would tell you, like, bro, like even my uncles would be like, look, man, the white man's gonna have the advantage, but you just got to work 10 times as harder. Now this new generation is, oh, the white man's holding you back in every way, so it's okay when you fail. It's not your fault. It's the white man, bro. It's like a change in the message. Like the older generation did not speak how these liberals are speaking. They did not speak how these black liberals are speaking. Like, let's be honest. Like they didn't have this victim mentality, and they were the ones going through it.
I'm afforded every opportunity any white person is in this country right now. Are there economical differences? For sure. Are there some systemic things that we can get into? For sure. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have it better than every other generation of black people that have come before me in this nation. I have it better. We all have it better. We genuinely do. I don't understand how people can sit here and call Charlie Kirk a racist when even back in 2018, 1920, hosted events like the Young Black Leadership Summit, where he would take 200 to 300 young black people all across the United States, invite them to DC, invite them to meet the president, invite them to the White House, invite them on this journey in this conference to learn more about the black history in this nation from other black people, to hear about stories that aren't taught in schools, to see a different side of our past as victors and not victims, being a part of founding organizations like Blexit, where they are active in a ton of different states, in a ton of low-income black neighborhoods, giving young black kids mentors, school supplies, rides, field trips, events, block parties, that man. But people just want to say, oh, he was racist because he said this one thing. That's not how this works. You're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to say things. And also, you as a person watching this video, you're allowed to
Charlie Kirk was a part of that organization. I mean, along with Brandon Tatum. So he was a racist, but he had a black organization. He had a black youth organization. He was literally trying to help out black people. Literally. And black people. This is the guy that you guys want to say, oh, we don't care that he died. I mean, what? Somebody that was helping you guys out too? I mean, when a lot of you guys sit here and talk all day bad about white people, here's a white man that's doing more than you for your community. Damn shame how you guys even have fixed your mouth to even say anything about this man.
Check everything for yourself. You're allowed to think deeper and think critical about the things that are being said. That's okay for you to do. And the things Charlie Kirk often talked about blew my mind, especially on the topic of race. Because as someone, again, who was in the streets marching with BLM, crying my eyes out because of the pain that I felt being a black man in America and a gay man, double marginalized, double victimized, and going to these events and meeting these people and talking to these people and realizing, wow, actually, I don't have it that bad. You could have told me 10,000 black people were being shot and killed by the police, unarmed. And most years, more people are being struck by lightning than black unarmed men are being shot by the cops. That man, Charlie Kirk, was not a racist man. Affirmative action.
You see a black person in a position, or minority or whatever, the assumption is that person is not qualified, when literally, and you have to be qualified in order to even to get in that position.
Well, so let's take college admissions. So this is a great example. At Harvard, we learned because of new revealed documents that black students were having test scores that were 30 to 35% lower than their white counterparts.
Okay.
And so therefore, if you saw a black kid at Harvard, it's a fact that they were not having the same test standards as their white counterparts.
Still doesn't matter. The kid has to get through. He's got to get through the classes, do the tests, do all the research.
Well, they actually drop out at a rate too. But the point being,
that was the problem with affirmative action. I was hearing these cases all the time growing up, is that they would get affirmative action all the way to these Ivy League schools, and then they would fail out because the curriculum is too much for them. It's like, yo, you didn't score that high for a reason. I'm like, dog, you came from a public school, not a Catholic school, not a Jewish school. I mean, no religious school. No, not for you. You came from a public school. They affirmative DEI your ass in there, and now you're failing in Harvard, Yale, or Princeton. It's a very sad story. And it low-key kills their confidence. It destroys their confidence, and they don't even want to try school again.
Just the idea that they were there
And they're smart
Number
people.
one, took a spot from an otherwise qualified individual that might be white. And they were not there on the same merits. So what we want is the same rules for everybody.
You're making the assumption that they're not qualified in order to get in. In order to even get there,
It's not
be
the assumption,
considered.
it's the data. So for example, it's literally at Harvard, you had kids with perfect SAT scores, perfect ACT scores that were white.
So that makes a degree from Harvard worthless then.
Well, you're exactly right. Yeah, actually, Harvard's degree is becoming more worthless because it's more race-based than merit-based. You're exactly right.
True.
Affirmative action in a nutshell.
Well, and all the BS degrees that, you know, Harvard is putting out, and they know damn well it can't get you no good job, but they put it out anyway. And that's not just Harvard. That's a lot of colleges.
Oh, well, Charlie Kirk was against affirmative action. That means he's racist. Or there's tons of black people against affirmative action as well. I don't need you to lower my test scores because that's even more racist.
Oh, God. Patronizing as hell.
I don't need you to lower my test scores to give me a chance to get into college. Don't you want to feel like you earned your spot? Don't you want to feel like you worked hard for something? Why would you want to get a handout? Why would you want to just be given, hey, you black, we're going to enter you into Harvard because you got a D. Even though these white people are getting A's, I know you're not capable of getting an A, and we need more blacks at our college.
It's like, yeah, black, you can't perform on our level, so we'll just go ahead and bump you up. It's okay. You'll never reach our level, but we'll let you in. Hey, that's a good blackie. Go ahead and take that affirmative action. Disrespectful as hell.
So we're just going to go ahead and accept you in, even though you have D's. Do you not find that disrespectful? Do you, if you're a black person watching this and you're studying super hard and you get into Harvard, don't you want to feel like you got into Harvard because of all the work you've been putting in and not just the color of your skin? That's why a lot of people are against affirmative action. They don't want these handouts. They don't like that this is the thing. You're making the assumption, no, it's actually real stuff that has been going on. Real stuff, you guys. That is okay to call out. It is. So before people go shout from the rooftops, oh my gosh, this is horrible, this is racist. It's not. It's actually racist in reverse. I think some of these affirmative action things being put in place is actually racist. Critical race theory.
Let me tell, okay, y'all can laugh, but until you have walked as a black person on this campus, y'all truly don't understand.
CJ, come here. Really quick. I have a question. Come here. Go right there. So CJ, just really quick. You're a black person. Are you hunted at the university?
You know, I don't feel hunted at this university, but I guess the difference between me and some people here is that I don't choose to be a victim, Charlie. Which I think is the biggest problem we have here today.
Yeah, y'all gotta lose that victim mentality too. Y'all be creating your own paranoia. It's kind of like a mental illness. Oh, it's the racist. The white people always after me. So what? When you go to the bar and there's a group of white people, you just have this paranoia that they're staring at you, that they're secretly KKK members, and then with the Klan is like, no, chill the F out. It ain't even like that.
They are people who wake up every single day looking for a reason to be oppressed, looking for a reason to cry and make an excuse about why they're not in a position to go win. I don't see the color of my skin as a disability. I see it as simply an accessory that I couldn't control. I've been black all my life. I've been black today. I'm thriving here. I think that's a roll tide right there, right? I don't know.
And so CJ, let me ask you,
my dog,
CRT, racist?
It's not just racist. It's the exact iteration of white supremacy, just in reverse. I think it's important that we start teaching young people not to hate other people because of the color of their skin. We can teach black people to be proud of who they are without telling white people they should be ashamed of who they are. You know?
Amen.
Yeah. And I know one controversial take I had was, well, look, if it's okay for black people to be black supremacists, and we think we're better than everybody because we're black, then all right, then let white people be white supremacists. Okay, cool. Okay, if we're allowed to be proud of our history and all that good stuff, well, why can't white people be proud of their history and let them have their racist Confederate statues? Like, I don't give a damn. It's part of their history. It is what it is. Like, their ancestors died in it. Let them have their celebration. Who cares? Because if we're allowed to celebrate ours, they should be allowed to celebrate theirs. If we could be black supremacists, they can have their white supremacists. It is what it is.
So,
not that I agree with it,
CJ,
but it is what it is. It's being fair.
It's not only trying to divide the country, it's trying to break apart the foundation upon which it was built. You know, people forget the words of MLK, Rosa Parks, all those people who fought so hard for us to be united country, where we didn't see the color of one's skin, but their character. This is about taking us away from the vision and the dream of Martin Luther King and just taking us to the dream of Kamala Harris. And I don't want to live that dream.
Amen.
CJ, you're a great American. Give it up for
Thank you so
CJ,
much.
everybody. So good.
That is my friend CJ Pearson. Shout out to CJ.
Hey.
Incredible video. That sums up really well how Charlie Kirk and a lot of other people felt about critical race theory. And it's fun. It's interesting, that black girl that started off the video. If you were black on this campus, you would see how we really feel. We have to stop speaking on behalf of everybody.
Man,
we do. Because that quick, there's another black person, another student.
now here's the thing. As soon as you don't share their victimhood story, they call you a white supremacist. They say, oh, well, white people must love you and all this wild stuff. It's like, no, I'm just not a victim. I don't put out that energy towards white people. So they kind of like me. Yeah, I get along well with them. Because I don't see them as an enemy or somebody to fear. I was like, so yeah, I'm cool with white people. Love them.
At that university, in that audience, that said, I'm having a different experience than you. I love it here. I'm thriving here. Mindset matters a lot, you guys. And on the topic of critical race theory, we're allowed to teach Black history. We're allowed to, it's American history. We're allowed to teach those things. I never understood this concept of critical race. You're focusing on race and Black History Month. No, we don't need it. Just incorporate a Black American and Black history into our nation's history and teach it all year round. I don't need a separate month to celebrate my race. I actually think it's racist to reduce my lineage and my family's American history to 1 month. It's just American history. And we can talk about it, we can teach about it without teaching Black people to be victims. That they're owed something from white people and have white people feel bad for being white because of what happened in the past. It's the past. I don't have to feel bad about it because things have changed.
I know, but here's the thing, man. This is FBA group that want to be perpetual victims that says, oh, well, white people owe us money. They owe us money, even though they call white people the white devil. They don't agree with engaging in politics. All the low-key, they disagree with all the things that would help them get the reparations. It's absolutely hilarious, honestly. It's like I kind of laugh at them, but feel sorry for them at the same time because I'm just like, you guys are idiots. No offense to the FBA guys, but if you guys want reparations and then you don't want to try to help your community, you don't want to try to boost our numbers from at least 12% to back to 14. You don't care about fatherless homes. It's all about bitching about the white man and then asking the white man for money while also calling him the white devil. Please tell me how far you're going to get with that. Boy, actually, how's it working so far for you? Hey, you got any money yet? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Nah.
Again, in my ancestors' dream, I'm afforded every right they wish they had. They can't even fathom the life I'm living right now. They can't. So on the topic of critical race theory and using that to call Charlie racist, kind reminder, there are tons of Black people who are against critical race theory too. So you're going to sit here in front of my face and all these other Black people's face and call them all racist and they're race traitors and they hate themselves?
Yep.
We're going to have...
it's an easy scapegoat when they can't beat the argument. And that's, to be real with you, that's what I get from my own people. I like to call them the foundational Black Americans. Those are our brothers in victimhood. Brothers in victimhood, apparently. So that's all they do. They're just perpetual victims who just want reparations. It's all about the money for them. They don't really care about the Black community. It's just about money. I know. But then they're the main ones kicking and screaming and crying about, oh, we need these reparations. Oh, we need to fix the Black community. But they don't really want to fix the Black community. They just want to try to fleece the white man for money. And they want to blame 100% of white people for what 30% of white people did? Oh, yeah, that's fair. We live in a constitutional republic, which means we can't impede on their individual rights. So just because few white people had slaves doesn't mean we can go ahead and tax all white people for it. We can't do that, guys. We got to figure out a better way.
Critical mind. You're going to think hard about this and really think, damn, what are some other perspectives?
Or just fix your communities. It's about as easy as that. Have more fathers in the household. I don't know. Stop beefing with our women all the time. I don't know. Just lose the whole victimhood, racist mentality, and just let's start being in community again. Reuniting the Black community again instead of it being FBA versus non-FBA. Real good looks, Tariq Nasheed. Bro caused more the black division in the Black community than, I'll be real with you, than the Trump did. It'd be our own kind. It'd be our own kind. Our own Black leaders sow division in our community. It's our own people. We can't sit here and blame the white man when it's us.
on critical race theory that must not be hearing? What do other Black people have to say about critical race theory? What was Charlie Kirk really saying about critical race theory? What was so hateful that people think, but then also so many other Black people loved? Look into it. Illegal immigration.
I don't like your t-shirt. I'm
Go
an
for it.
immigrant. I don't understand why you would want to deport some of my friends and family who have been working hard in this country.
What's your name? Sorry.
I'm Claudio, sir.
Yeah, Claudio. And this is just a thought exercise, but it's very revealing. You are king, and you find out that there are 30 million uninvited people in your country. What do you do with them?
I try to find the most humane way of sending them back to our country. But first of all,
Oh,
I want to.
That's what we're doing.
Wait,
That's what we're doing. So what country did you emigrate from?
Trying to find the most humane way to get him up out of here. I know that's what we're doing, dog. And apparently you're just not liking it. And it's okay, but we got to take drastic measures when there's about 20 to 30 million people who jump the border.
Are you going to like discriminate against me?
No, I'm going to do the opposite, actually.
I'm Mexican.
But you came here legally, correct?
I did.
You followed the rules. The people that you know didn't follow the rules.
True.
So I divide America not into Hispanic and white, into rule follower and rule breaker.
Yeah.
And so when someone breaks our rules, there must be justice done. And the
Gotta
most
go.
humane way is you go back to your country of origin.
Some of my boys,
Gotta
like,
go.
they're being like persecuted like back home, them and their families, like they're like in like drug related like wars and violence, and the only way out is if they escape and they break the American law, but that's the only way they're going to survive.
If that is correct, we have a special asylum status that they could seek legally at a port of entry, that they could go through a whole process.
But if they're being persecuted, wouldn't it be justified to cut the line?
No. If we all of a sudden say that if you have a lot of gang violence and issues, I mean, like we have a lot of gang violence and issues. Like, what are we talking about here?
True.
You have to draw the line. If your plane is going down, what do they tell you to do first? You put your mask on first. It's the same way as a country. We need to put our own oxygen mask on first, and then we can worry about helping other people.
That's it. It's that simple.
Easy.
It's nothing race related. It's literally rules.
Honestly, my whole belief is that we should just end immigration altogether and try to help people in their country so they don't have to feel like they want to come over here. I mean, look, like Mexico, we get rid of really most of Latin America. We get rid of the cartel, and you guys feel safe to do business, and you feel safe that your government's not ran by a gang organization or a terrorist organization. Maybe you guys won't feel the need to come over here. But we got to fix Mexico and, the other narco-ran countries. Yes, we have to, like Venezuela. We have to fix them first, or they will always come over here. Always. And yes, I know the CIA has a history of working with these guys, and we kind of perpetuated the problem. I get it. But it's never too late to turn around, though.
Breakers and rule followers. We're talking about a man who threw Latino retreats, you guys. We're talking about someone that promoted so many different races and ethnicities, including Hispanics. Again, like the guy brought up, he said, okay, well, isn't it justified for them to cut the line because of how much heartbreak and all the things they're going through in Mexico? No. Because if that was the case, we take in the whole world.
Bro.
There's so much corruption in this world.
I mean, dog, we damn near be taking in most of the Middle East. And then, bro, the Islamophobes will really be losing their shit right now. So, yeah, no, we can't do that. And no, we can't do it just because Mexico. That's a point y'all picking favorites. I mean, bro, what about Yemen? I mean, come on. What about the Middle Eastern countries? I mean, come on now. What, you ain't got no love for them either? Just the Mexicans and that's it? Or the Hispanics, which I ain't too mad at because, I mean, at least they're Christian. But, hey, I mean, be consistent.
Guys, it's not even funny. And if we were to take that all in and accept everybody who's breaking the law, what do we become? The reason people want to come here in the first place is because of how hard, for the most part, America stands on business. For the most part, we follow the rules and we follow the laws. These countries that people are fleeing from, cartels, drugs, corrupt politicians, it's all lawless. But again, for the most part, America has some structure, and we have enough structure to where people want to come here. They're breaking in. That's how good and how many opportunities.
I know, right? That's how great our country is and how much opportunities we have compared to other countries. I mean, it's kind of funny how we have people who hate this country. And I'm just like, I'm all for, hey, look, for all you liberals, I know there's about 70 million of you guys who voted for Kamala. How about this? We'll trade you. We'll trade. We'll have a trade. We'll round up all these immigrants and we'll ask them which one want to stay. We'll look at the law-abiding ones and we'll trade you guys out. We'll send you to Mexico since you hate America so much, and we'll keep them here since they love it so much. All right, they love it more than you, obviously. They love it so much, they're willing to abandon their own country. You hate America. In your own words, you want to abandon this country. So why not go ahead and take their place in Mexico? And they'll take your place in America. And we'll get more out of them than we did out of you.
are afforded here. The same group of people saying, I hate America, down with America, this is horrible, it sucks here, are the same people defending the people breaking in to get here. If it's really that bad, why are you telling them not to come?
Oh, God.
This is a great country to be in right now. And we also can't sit here and hip and holler and cry, oh my gosh, our infrastructure sucks. Healthcare sucks. Food sucks. Drug crisis sucks. This list goes on of everything wrong with America and not address it and just keep funneling in all these different people and give them resources. Why are we there's so much happening in our country. Why are we taking people who have broken the law, broken into this country, already broken the law. They broke in the country, giving them monthly stipends, health insurance, places to live, when we all can go downtown in our own city and our own citizens are dealing with crap right now.
I mean, yeah, we're letting illegal aliens come in here, get housing, EBT cards, while our own people are struggling to buy groceries, while our own people are struggling to find housing. It's like, it was the ultimate disrespect to the American people at that point. It's like, y'all are, bro, the Biden administration was out of pocket.
At some point, when are we going to put America first and take care of ourselves? That's all that is. We're talking about legal immigration is fine.
Disrespect
but
was too
illegal immigration? No, we can't have that. Oh, well, the ICE raids or inhumane, like these people, they're ripping people from their families. If I'm driving drunk with kids in the back seat, I'm being taken away from my kids. So I broke the law.
It is what it is.
As a parent, breaking the law with my children is incredibly irresponsible, no matter how much violence I'm fleeing. Come in the right way. That's all anyone is trying to say. And the ample and thousands of other Hispanic people who back Charlie Kirk on those statements. The man,
and that's the problem, is like the left does not have any respect for immigration laws, it seems. And then they want to kind of scapegoat the due process, but they lose that argument as well.
Anti-immigration and so racist. No, he is not. Abortion.
Everybody, do me a favor. Please be respectful, okay?
Before we begin, everybody be respectful. Because we see what this person looks like, and you would think, oh, they're going to get, beat by MAGA people and so judged and harassed. And no, it actually turns out to be a very productive and nice, calming debate. Not even debate, just conversation. But this is who they got rid of. The man that starts off a college debate. Everyone be respectful.
Hello. So I have a few leading questions before my main one.
Because Charlie Kirk knew he was the nicest conservative voice these liberals are getting. I was like, man, like I said, if it was me, man, look, he's better than me. That's all I'm gonna say. It'd have been a roast session with this young lady. We probably wouldn't have got off on the best foot, but him, man, watch.
Because I have to be honest, I don't really know that much about you. So would you say that you're very...
I love this interaction so much because I applaud this woman that instead of going to her friend groups, she went to Charlie. She saw this event, stood in line at that event, and waited to ask a question because she wanted to go right to the source. Amazing.
Very religious.
I am religious. However, every one of my political positions is defensible from a non-religious.
All of them are wild.
Okay, great. So I was under the impression that your beliefs on abortion were stemming from your religious beliefs.
Well, at the core, that is correct, but I can get that it is defensible from using reason and prudence, as I have done the last couple of
Cool. So you're not trying to illegalize abortion based on the Bible.
Well, no, not based on the Bible. My personal conviction comes from the Bible. I want to make abortion illegal because it is the only applicable extension of laws we already and standards we already have in the West. Correct.
I'm sorry. Can you maybe rephrase that?
Eliminating abortion is the only logical step while we apply the standard we already have in this country to unborn life. So we have murder laws.
Yes.
Therefore, murder laws should apply to unborn life as it does to born life.
Okay. So again, reiterating, you're not...
I mean, shoot, it does involve when it comes to a double homicide, when somebody murders a pregnant woman. I mean, they count it then for legal purposes to try to throw the man away. I mean, why can't we count it for this debate?
Trying to instate
an argument in court.
Christian beliefs, because that would be unconstitutional, right?
Well, not again, sort of, but no, I am not using scripture to defend my beliefs. However, my personal convictions start with scripture. But the political views that we're talking about here are all defensible using reason and Western tradition.
2 points to this, because abortion argument isn't always about religion or God. there's a lot of agnostic people and atheist people who also do not like abortion for the very simple reason that nothing's consistent. You can have a pregnant woman driving to the abortion clinic to get rid of a baby and it's fine. But that same scenario, if she gets T-boned and killed, the person driving will get charged for double homicide. Like, how come this mom with the life inside of her can go to the clinic, get rid of it? It's fine. But if someone killed her, it's double homicide because there's two people. How come it's considered a separate person?
That's what I'm saying. In court, I mean, shoot, when it comes to a homicide case, hey, they count it as a life, but I guess in the political aspect of abortion, for some reason, it doesn't hold that same weight, which has always been strange to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was always strange. I just never understood it. But hey, like I said, you gotta do a little bit of dehumanizing to argue for abortion, apparently.
It's a whole that can go on for hours if we wanted it to.
So great. That's all I needed to know, that you weren't trying to instate laws based on Christian beliefs, because I would not be able to support anything that was so blatantly unconstitutional. But thank you for clarifying that for me. I had a whole thing ready, but I guess that wasn't necessary. Thank you so much.
Well, first of all, just tell me more about
to you, but you're cool.
How you view politics, or what? Is that okay? Or if not, like, and you feel free to walk away. I'm not here.
Not in this crowd.
That's okay. Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Archer.
Archer, thank you for coming up, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much. Thank you for clarifying.
And let me just say one last thing. I could tell you probably have a negative impression of Christianity, maybe. I hope one day we can earn back your support to making Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior. I'm sorry if the church has failed you in that way, because I do have strong religious convictions and beliefs, and there is a God who